In this video, I'm going to go over how to install and use the free Android app called Sit on the Go to learn or review a new opening. First, you have to go on my website, masterychess.com. On the website, on the main page, you want to click on the first icon that has the book and it says opening.pgn. So click on that icon. This will send you to the openings page. On the opening page, I have a couple of software. The software that I'm going to go over is the Sit on the Go. And this is again for Android devices. Later on, I'm going to go over other apps, and also in the future, I'm going to do some research to find an app that works also on iPhones. So what you want to do is click on the icon that says Sit on the Go. And this will take you to the Google Play Store where you can install the app. So it's totally free and it has a lot of nice features. I'm only going to go over the opening feature of this app. After you install the app, what you want to do, you want to come back to the website under the openings. And then if you scroll down at the bottom, I have the openings in PGN format. If you see a gray box, these are openings for white. And then if you're going to scroll down, these will be openings for black. So right here, the ones in black will be openings for black. I'm going to download one of the openings. Let me say the Max Launch Attack. Now, when you click on the file to download it, you can select to always open it with Sit on the Go or just once. If you have or would like to use other software to read PGN files, then you want to select the option that says just once. If you've selected always use Sit on the Go, what's going to happen is it's going to automatically open the file in Sit on the Go. So I'm going to click on it. I actually have selected to always use Sit on the Go when I download an opening in PGN file, so it will launch me straight to the Sit on the Go. So as I click on it, here it says that there is already a database with the same name, so I've already have this opening downloaded. You'll just click OK. Now, if you've selected the option just once, the way you access that file, you'll go here where these three dots are on the upper right hand side. You'd click that, and then you would go to File, and then you would go to Import, and you would say Import PGN file, and then here's where it would download. Right now I'm in the, if I go up, I'm in the Downloads folder, and this is where it downloads it from the website. So you go in the Downloads folder, and I have a lot of other openings, but I'm going to click the Max Launch Attack. This is the one that I've just downloaded. So now I have the opening in the program. After you've downloaded the opening file, you'll have three ways to use this file. So if you click those three dots and you go to Mode, the one that you want to look at is Review. Review is what you want to do when you're learning the opening. So if you click Review, you're going to be able to look at the opening and see all the variations. So you could click the arrows next, and then when there are multiple variations, as you could see here, it's going to show the arrows of the different variations, and you could go through all of them. For example, if the bishop comes out first, you could go through it, and then you see there's a pawn to d6 or a knight f6 variation. I could look at this variation, and I click next, and you could go and simply learn the opening by going through the different variations that there are. This opening has quite a few variations. If you finish going through this for one variation and you want to go from the beginning, you could hold arrow going back, and it's going to go to the main page. And then you could go again and look at the other variations. So I looked at the bishop coming out, now I can look at the knight coming out, and I could go through and review all the variations. Now, the other feature that you have here, if you click those three dots and you click Mode, you could look at Analysis. Analysis, simply it's going to start an engine. It will tell you what type of advantage you have at the end of each line. And then the other one that I want to go for is the Study Mode. And the Study Mode is where you play against the computer. So what you do here is you make the moves for white and the computer will make the moves for black. So over here you can see I made the move pawn to e4, the computer made the move pawn to e5. The one thing I don't like about this software is that when you reach the end of a variation, the computer will not automatically go to the next variation. You have to hand select the next variation. And the way you're going to want to use it, you want to go to Mode, Review, and then you're going to go through the variation and hand select what variation you want to study. Let's say bishop to c5. And then you could continue until you reach the end of the variation. So here we've reached the end of the variation. And now what you can do, you could go back and then select Mode, Study, and now you could make the moves for white and the computers will make the moves for black for that particular variation. And then you can go back to the review mode and look at another variation and then practice that variation. I do want to mention though, if you know the opening pretty well, in study mode you can actually hand select which variation you want to practice. Right here, for example, there are two variations, bishop to c5 or knight to f6. So I could choose which one I want to practice. For example, I can choose the knight to come to f6 and then practice that variation. What's going to happen is that when you make the move knight to f6, the computer will actually make the move for white. So what you're going to have to do is press the arrow forward for the computer to make the move for black, and then you get to make the move for white, which the computer will reply with the remaining moves for black. So like this, you could practice this variation as well. I just wish it was automatic. Maybe if many people will leave them feedback, they might add that on the next update. I mainly use the software just to review the opening. I do have another software that I do use to study these openings, which will change the variations as you play against the computer. But the other software is not free. You have to pay about $5, but I think it's a great investment, as I would show you in the next video. Okay, thank you for watching, and hopefully this made it easy to see how to download an opening, install it into the software, and review it to see if it's something that you like to play. Thank you and have a great day. If you liked my video, please subscribe and don't forget to check out my new website, masteryourchess.com, where you can learn, practice, test, and master your chess knowledge.